Hello everyone. This is the last topic of our discussion in the topic execution. And after this, we'll consider this topic as complete. Execution Order 21. These are the last provisions which talks about delivery of property in execution. So there were two kinds of property which were sold in execution: immovable property and movable property. Here we are talking about delivery of the properties, both movable and immovable. Rule 79 to 81, three rules. They talk about delivery of movable property, and Rule 95 and 96 talk about delivery of immovable property. So the first question comes here is, what delivery and which property? This topic deals with delivery of the property in execution of a decree or order. The property which has been sold in execution of a decree or which has to be delivered to the decree holder otherwise in adherence with the decree. And this is the general explanation. 79 to 81 deal with movable, this 95 and 96 deal with delivery of immovable property. Section 74 and Rule 97 to 106 deal with the resistance or obstruction to delivery of possession to decree holder and auction purchasers. So this 74 to 97, 74 section and Rule 97 to 106, they talk about obstruction to delivery of possession of decree holder and auction purchase. So I have provided two tables in next two slides to make it easy to remember. The first table talks about kinds of property and mode of delivery, which is of movable property. And the next slide talks about delivery of immovable property, how it is to be done. So this is a kind of a table which I have made for you guys to make it easy to remember. So just go through this table, and if you feel any confusion or if you have any doubts regarding it, please contact me accordingly. After this, we have to deal with the topic resistance or obstruction to possession to decree holder purchaser. So here we go according to the flow of the incidents. First slide of resistance talks about rule number 97, where the holder of a decree for possession of immovable property or purchaser of any such property sold in execution is resisted or obstructed by any person in obtaining the possession. He may make an application to the court complaining of such resistance or obstruction. Who may make an application? Holder of a decree or purchaser of such property. This. Okay. So, purchaser of such property will also be able to apply in case of obstruction. If his possession is obstructed, then he may apply to the court accordingly. Let's move on to the next slide, which talks about what happens when such an application is filed in the court. All questions, including questions relating to right, title, interest in the property arising between the parties to a proceeding or their representative on an application under Rule 97 or Rule 99 and relevant to the adjudication of the application, it shall be determined by the court dealing with the application and not by a separate suit for this purposes. Because all these questions are arising between the parties and their representatives, that is why a separate suit is barred here. And in the last point, the court shall, notwithstanding anything to the contrary contained in any other law for the time being in force, be deemed to have jurisdiction to decide such question. What kind of question? Including question relating to right, title, interest in the property. Let's move on to the next slide, which talks about what orders may be passed after adjudication. It is talking about Rule 98, which says like this: make an order allowing the application and directing that applicant be put into possession of a property or dismissing the application, or pass such order as in the circumstances of the case court may deem fit. Or the court may also, at the instance of the applicant, order the judgment debtor to be detained in civil prison for a term which may extend to 30 days. Here what is happening is that court can make such an order that applicant be put into possession of the property, or court may order to dismiss the application if it doesn't find any merits in the application. And court may also order in this regard detention of judgment debtor in a civil prison in case judgment debtor is the one who is obstructing the possession of the decree holder or of any other person who is taking the possession. Okay, let's move on to the next slide, which talks about dispossession by decree holder or purchaser. It talks about what happens if anyone is dispossessed by decree holder or purchaser. When any person other than judgment debtor is dispossessed of immovable property by the holder of a decree, for possession of such property or where such property has been sold in execution by the purchaser, he may make an application to the court. Any person other than judgment debtor is dispossessed. For example, मान लीजिए कि कोई property थी which has been sold. On that property, a tenant or a lessee is the one who is having the possession of that property, and that person is dispossessed by decree holder or a purchaser. In that case, that person may apply to the court for such dispossession. Court will then decide who is to compensate the person who has been dispossessed, whether decree holder, purchaser, or judgment debtor. Court will decide the application. Where any such application is made, the court shall proceed to adjudicate upon the application in accordance with the provision of Rule 100. Now we come to Rule 100, which talks about order to be passed upon application complaining of dispossession. Here we talk about what happens after the person who has filed application under the previous rule regarding dispossession by decree holder or a purchaser. Upon the determination of the questions referred to in Rule 101, the court shall, in accordance with such determination, make an order allowing the application and directing that applicant to be put into possession of the property, or dismissing the application, or pass such other order as is circumstances in the case may deem fit. In this case, court can make an order to allow the application and directing that applicant be put into possession of the property, or court may also dismiss the application if the application does not hold any merit. In that case, court can also pass such other order as it may deem fit after the adjudication of the application. Let's move on to the next slide, which talks about orders to be treated as decrees. Whatever application has been filed and adjudicated upon under Rule 98 or 100, the order made thereon shall have the same force and be subject to the same condition as to an appeal or otherwise as if it were a decree. So it will be considered as a decree, and that decree is appealable. So here comes the last slide of this topic, which is rules not applicable to transferee pendent light. Pendent light transferee is the one to whom the transfer was made when the suit was pending regarding the property. Which says the rule 102 goes like this: nothing in rules 98 and 100 shall apply to resistance or obstruction in execution of a decree for the possession of immovable property by a person whom the judgment debtor has transferred the property after the institution of the suit in which the decree was passed, or to dispossession of any such person. It just says that the person, this rule does not is not applicable to the transferee who was a transferee in good faith, to whom the property was transferred when the suit was already going on. So this rule doesn't apply to the resistance or obstruction in execution of that particular decree and dispossession of that particular person who is transferring pendent light. sorry, the PPT got, yes, we are back to the PPT now. So this is the last rule, which says that this rule, all those rules of dispossession and all those rules of 98 and 100 will not apply to the transferee pendent light. What is rule 98? Let's go back to the rule. This rule says what orders may be passed after adjudication, and these orders were dismissing the application and all. And rule 100 was this: order to be passed upon application complaining of dispossession by these persons, and court will decide accordingly. So this was all about this particular PPT. You guys must go through it, and just let me know in case of any doubt. And let's consider it complete. The execution, the order of execution is complete now. So you may call me in case of any doubt or anything. Feel free to call me. And all these things, these table actually, the table was these two tables: delivery of movable property and delivery of immovable property. Please go through these tables very carefully, and just let me know in case of any doubt if you have. And do not go deep into all these things. Just try to make a point through interpretation of those provisions. Okay, so good luck.